Hey guys, Squdge here. Welcome back to another Squdge craft video. Today we're going to do some resin. Okay guys, so this is a collab with the lovely Claire at Claire's Crafty Corners, who does some incredible stuff with resin, with gemsonite, with home decor. She's a pretty cool lady. She on her Instagram has this open invite. This is the first year I've done it and I'm super excited to do it because I love working with her, and so that's what this video is for. It's part of her Christmas collab and I hope you enjoy. I have this mould which is kind of like a really large coaster, but it has the Christmas lights around it, and so what I'm thinking is we're going to pour the whole thing using this beautiful Resin Eco Glitter, biodegradable silver glitter. So the nice thing is, once it's in resin, it's contained anyway, it's not going to get into the environment, but if any misses the mould, or if any goes into the air, or I spill any on my table and I have to wipe it into the bin, it's biodegradable. Only use biodegradable glitters, guys. Good for the environment. So we're going to do the whole thing with silver, and then when we tip it out, all of these lights will be indents. So then we can fill each one with a different coloured resin. And because it's a silver, all the colours will show up on it because it's a light white silver background. So that is the plan. I'm thinking first one we do, I'm going to add, once we've done the colours, I'm going to do a clear layer at the top, and I'm going to add Merry Christmas and have this one as a display. Okay, so as before, I'm going to be working in these chocolate boxes. Now for me, I don't have a huge amount of space, and so when I try and find storage solutions, I want things that can be stacked. These can be stacked, they are great. So once you've put the lid on, I'm just going to hide it so we don't get done with advertising. Others will stack on top. This will stack on top and it locks into place. So you can have a tower of these and they work really, really well. So that's what I'm going to be using. That's why you're going to see moulds, at least for the time being, until I find a better solution or until we get more permanent solutions set up. I'm going to be using dishes for moulds that will fit into these dishes. You could use similar, you could use trays. I know for a long time I was using chopping boards to keep things flat, because the nice thing about this is you can move it and keep it flat. And I do have on my table a spirit level, so I just pop it on the top, make sure it's level before I leave it, and then we're good to go. So that's what we're going to be doing. So that's why I'm using these boxes. If you see them, that's all they're for. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so just a couple of updates on things we're going to be using. I use these cups. I will link them down below for you. They are fantastic. They go up to 550, so you can mix larger quantities in them than you can in the smaller silicone cups, which I do have. I do also use these silicone cups for smaller projects. Silicone is great because the resin literally is the same as the mould. The resin doesn't stick to it, so you just pop it out and you can reuse it. These larger cups, the resin does pop out of, not as easily as the silicone, I'll be honest with you, not as easily, but it does pop out and they are reusable. They are really, really good. So I'll link them again down below in my Amazon list. But yeah, Eco Glitter again from Resin 8, and I'll talk about the colours, which I'll again use from Resin 8 once we get on to the next level. Okay, so I'm mixing up my resin and I'm adding the Resin 8 Eco Glitter. It's such a pretty colour, so pretty. Then we're gonna fill our mould, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start on the edge details. Normally I would pour into the middle, but because the details on this are on the edge, I want to make sure that the resin gets into all those nooks and crannies. So that's why I've started around the edge. I'm going to pour out a little bit more, mix the glitter, and then fill in again, checking that the edges have got all of that detail filled, and then fill up the middle. Leave it for 12 hours. It's time to demold this piece.
I am super excited. And then we need to decide what colours we're putting in on top. So I've got a few little bits where it has linked over, but we will, oh, it's tough to pull it out of the each section. You've got to go careful because you don't want to rip the mould. But so far I'm really impressed. Oh man, so the mould perfect condition. Oh, look at that. That has left you some really nice deep crevices. So now we need to choose our lights. So if we go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28 lights. I like an even number. We could do 4 colours. 6, 12, 18, 24 doesn't work. 4 works. 7 works. I could do a rainbow. 7, 14, 21, 28. Let's get a rainbow of colours. And I've got to be really careful because it may flow out into the ribbons. But I don't think I mind that, because then we'll get a nice rainbow ribbon going round as well. So do we do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, or do we do red, 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 orange, 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 yellow, 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 green, 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 blue, 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 purple, 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 pink, pink, pink? It's 4, isn't it? So red, 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 yellow, 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 orange, orange, yellow, 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 green, 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 blue, 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 purple, 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 pink, 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 pink. Which do we do? Which do we do? I'm going to ask Instagram, and I'm going to put a poll up on my Instagram, and I'm going to see what people pick, and then we will come back and finish filming this video. So if you took part in an Instagram poll, let me know down below.
Okay, so I've mixed up my resin and I'm dividing it between these 7 pots. Now 6 of these colours are from Resin 8, they are all their opaque pigments. I have the red, orange, yellow, green, light blue and purple. The pink is not from Resin 8, I don't have an opaque pink, the pink is from Sophie and Toffee. So I'm just going to mix up a small amount of each colour into the pot. You only need a very, very small amount of the pigment to get a gorgeous colour. And yes, I spilt it, always wear gloves. And your respirator and everything else. So I'm going to mix these colours up and then we're going to add them into the mould. I love watching pigment being mixed in, it's just deeply satisfying. Now on Instagram, my poll, 78% of you wanted the 1 light at a time because they looked more like Christmas lights. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to add some red into one of the dips, one of the light fittings. Then I'm going to count round to check where the next one goes. And because obviously I need to get this right, I've got exactly 4 of each. I have counted round to make sure I'm doing it right. I did make one mess up. Have a watch of the video, and if you can find my mess up, leave the timestamp down below. I may have a surprise for people who find the mistake. But I corrected it, so it's not really a problem. So I'm adding the pigment into each of the impressions for the lights, and then we're going to carry on and do all the other colours. Now, as I mentioned at the start, the ribbon that connects the lights is connected. They're not separate depressions. So this, the colour in each of the lights, when you top it up, starts to flow out into the ribbon and you get the most beautiful, beautiful look. So we're going to add some more of the colours now, and you can see it looking more and more, it just makes me feel so Christmassy. So yeah, we're going to leave these to cure for about 12 hours again. They don't need the full 24 because we are going to do a layer over the top. Now there was a little bit of overspill just because those strings are very, very thin, narrow dips. So what we're going to do is do some sanding. Please always wear your respirator and your goggles when sanding resin. It is very dangerous for the dust to get into your lungs. Just as dangerous as when you're pouring it. So please, 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 if you ever sand resin, wear your respirator and your goggles. And then we're ready for a top coat. Now, because these colours are so pretty, I'm not going to put anything in the top coat. I'm not even going to add glitter. I'm literally just going to pour a clear top coat because I want it to show. But when you top coat something, you always have a risk of drips. So I'm using some masking tape here on the back, and I'm just covering all of the edges. You want to make sure it's all covered. I did cover the middle as well, just to make sure. Okay, and then you want to rub it down so that it's fully adhered to the back of your resin piece. Once that's done, we're going to trim away the excess. So you can use scissors, you can use a blade like I'm using here, you can use whatever you have. And all you're going to do is cut away the tape like so that you end up with a nice edge. Then you can cover it in your clear resin or whatever colour you are using for your top coat. The nice thing about this is when you get the drips will be stuck to the masking tape rather than stuck to your resin piece. So then, as you'll see in a second, we are able to just peel that off. So I'm just adding more and more resin, taking it over to the edges, making sure it is nicely flush. And then we can leave this to cure.
Okie dokie guys, so because we did the thing, we do have these drips on the back, but we covered in masking tape. And the lovely thing about masking tape is it peels off and it takes those drips with it. It sticks to your fingers, but it takes off all of those drips with it. Masking tape is my favourite thing to back with.
Wow, he is loud. You have no idea how far away he is and we can still hear him. Sorry about that interruption. So yeah, I'm just peeling off the masking tape and it's taking all of those drips off. They're only like 4 or 5 drips. But if they stick to your resin, they are secured to your resin. Whereas taking the tape off takes them with you. And it means you don't have to sand the back, you haven't got to deal with all the faff. It is fantastic. I love masking tape for this job.
Before I show you the finished piece up close, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. It means the absolute world to me. Okay, so as you saw in the last clip, I took off the masking tape and hoping you can see here, the end of this is one of those drips of the resin. And masking tape is fantastic because if you pull it off at the right time, it just takes off all of those lumps and bumps from underneath and you don't need to sand. So here is our finished piece. Now I did add a little extra piece of acetate in the centre here which says "You had me at ho ho ho," and then we've got a sleigh. So cute, so cute. And then we've got all of our lights with our string and it's absolutely beautiful. That little bit of a sand just tidied up all of those little overspill bits. I absolutely love this. It's gorgeous on the back as well. You can see all the colours coming through from the back, which is really, really nice. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I just love the front. Now this would be perfect as a coaster. You know, it's the right sort of size you could use for that. You know. There's a glass, so a cup would also fit nicely on it. You could do that. You could use it as decoration. I'm going to put this as a centerpiece on my Christmas shelf. So I have shelves that are all decorated up for Christmas, so this is going to sit on the centerpiece there, but I absolutely love this. And yeah, it's been really nice actually spending time being part of this what's the word, collaboration. So if you check out the hashtag, you can see everyone else who's done it. There may be some people only on Instagram, maybe some people only here on YouTube, maybe some people doing both. And yeah, it's been really nice actually, and I really love this. I want to make more of these. I just want to make hundreds of these. I think they're really pretty, really pretty. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you would use it for, and I'll see you on the next one. Keep crafting, guys. Bye.